My name is Nolin Veillard. I've been building TRAK for almost 15 years now. I got into this really because I had an opportunity to introduce a kayak into the world that was really going to break boundaries.
Something that was portable, yet ultimately tough and versatile, that could shift a paradigm in the market and get thousands of people on the water in ways I could only dream.
I thought I knew what I was doing, but I didn't really. And I actually thought I knew why I was doing what I was doing, but I don't think I really did, at least not consciously.
Believe it or not, it has a lot to do with water. Consciousness itself has a profound connection to water.
What I do know about myself is that I've always loved people and loved taking risks and breaking boundaries. And I knew at some level that this was always connected to this inherent motivation I had for my calling. On the other hand, I've been noticing this growing frustration and really a deep-seated disappointment that's been brewing and stewing inside of me for the last number of years. I've been frustrated by all the media and all these polarizing viewpoints that seem to show up everywhere. It is affecting the individual and collective mental health of our society and disconnecting us from the good that's inherent. We need to step out of this. I've also been frustrated by seeing and hearing about the ridiculous amounts of plastic and debris in our waterways and oceans and all the impacts on marine life. I've been observing the absurdity of these polarizing discussions that are out there around climate change. Because really, if you're looking for it, you can find good evidence on either side of this debate.
For me, it just doesn't matter. We need to treat our planet better. Full stop. Why would anyone disagree with that? The other thing that has frustrated me is the state of our collective health and all the diseases that are so common nowadays, and that's had an impact on everyone, either personally or with people close to us.
For me, it's no different. I've lost 3 of my best friends over the last number of years to cancer. One of my best friends very recently, in fact. And it's just not fun.
One of these friends was a true champion for water, having been a world-renowned photographer who saw that connection between the health of our water and the health and wellness of human beings.
We are made of over 70% water, so our connection to water is vital. It's really part of our consciousness.
We all feel it, but maybe just can't describe it. It's indeed our lifeblood. My friend Courtney recognized this, and it was reflected in his decades-long work, namely his Pool of Possibilities project, where he explored the relationship between human emotions and water. When Courtney passed from his journey with cancer, this really hurt. What I realize now is that this has all been part of my journey. It's a big part of what really fuels my fire. The way I see it, it's time to act, for me and collectively. It's time to shift these conversations and get back to our origins, peeling back these layers of clutter. For those of us that this resonates with, this all begins with ingraining ourselves in a water culture. We can do this by getting reacquainted with water and our nature at the core. This will help shift our energy from being stuck in this clutter, chaos, and stress to a new state, one that is focused on responsibility, clarity of purpose, sanctity of soul. We are a function of our environment, so we need to surround ourselves in this energy. Also, no one's perfect. We have practical realities to observe. We can't be on it all the time. I get that. But we need to find opportunities to quiet our mind, find our own solace, create that environment for our own health to flourish, and then being part of creating the sustainable whole.
So now is the time to choose. Find an environment that fosters this blue water mind and takes you outside of the turbulence that we experience with media and other chaos in the world these days, and takes you into an environment that brings you back to your core. As human beings, we need water to survive, but we also need water to thrive. Water is a source of healing and a source of creativity. I realized that for me, my job was to be one of the facilitators of this shift through TRAK as a vehicle.
This is my work to do. My children depend on my example. I love that I get to give people these experiences through my company and our amazing team of human beings all pulling in this direction.
I genuinely love what I do here at TRAK, and without speaking for my team, I know in my heart that they do too. We are behind something that brings so many deep, joyous experiences to so many people from all around the world. At TRAK, we work hard for this, day in and day out. It's important work to do, and we love it. The stories that I see and hear from our TRAK owners around the world every week give me goosebumps. There is something simply amazing inside of what we're doing here. Come join us.